Friday, April 13th, about 2 o'clock, heading up by Craig's. Weather conditions, I wanted to get up a little earlier on Friday today because of snow and sleet concerns, icy roads. Craig and John are coming up late tonight or early tomorrow morning, and we're going to get socked with snow and sleet coming late tonight and tomorrow, so I hope they have a safe trip up. I'll get up here early. Hopefully I can empty out all the sap so we don't have to do it tomorrow, and essentially all we got to do is boil right away in the morning, get the fires going, and we're ready to go. Craig gave me instructions though as I pull them. If there's buckets, the 5-gallon bucket is less than 1/4 full. To pull the taps on those trees, don't even bother with them. We're only taking buckets now from trees that are really producing. So I don't know how much longer we're going to be doing it. Another week or two maybe, I don't know. So anyways, heading in. And we might catch a break in the weather here. Check this out. It's not raining. I mean, it's cloudy, but looks like we're catching a break here. If I can get in there and get unloaded, I stand a pretty good chance of collecting that sap tonight and not getting soaking wet. Oh, thank God for 4-wheel drive vehicles. I'm glad I got one now. Wait till you see what I came through. Thank God for 4-wheel drive. That's what I said. Wait till you see what I came through. You can see I was slipping and sliding in that. All right, we got everything in the trailer. It's opened up, heat's on, water's on. But before we get too nuts here and hauling out the ATV and unlocking the trailer and digging out the barrel and getting that in the trailer, let's go check a couple of buckets and see. I'm guessing because it was warm that we're gonna have sap in these buckets, but if they're not that full, I'm not gonna get everything set up to make the rounds. Some in there, a little bit in there. Let's go check these. Pretty empty. How about this one? Pretty empty. I'm surprised so far. We only got one bucket that may be a quarter to half full so far. Not so encouraging. It's been a crazy year with this cold weather, warm weather, cold weather, rain, snow. This is a double tap here. How's this one? Empty. Oh wow. Most of these buckets are completely empty. Here's a double tap. Let's see how this one fared. Virtually empty. What I'm feeling in there may be rainwater too, if they had heavy rain up here. Here's a double tap. There we go. Look at the water up here. Let's see, what do we got? Oh, this one's got a little bit. But again, I'm worried that that's more water than anything. Oh yeah, this one's got some in. Now these are the ones out here along this row. They're catching a lot of sunlight and warmth. They're not buried as much. So let's see how these did. Is this a good bucket? Oh yeah, we got a good bucket there. So far 4 buckets with what I would consider a lot in them. Certainly not filled to the top. Here's another double tap. Let's check this one. Completely empty, not a drop. No, I didn't. This one is full. This one tree It is really producing. This one is almost full. So like I said, none too promising. We've got one bucket that's filled to the top with 5 gallons, 4 other buckets that may be a half to 3/4 filled in that area. So we're looking at somewhere between 15 to 20 gallons so far. There's some other buckets got a little bit in. I know Craig wanted me, if I was going to pull them, any bucket that was producing less than 1/4 to pull the tap out. But because there's not a lot of sap, I think I'm going to leave this for them for tomorrow when they come up. I feel better waiting for them tomorrow for them to check. They may change their mind on some of the 1/4 buckets and leave some. I suppose what I could pull is if there's any completely empty buckets, I could knock the taps out of those trees and at least get that cleaned up for them. I think I'll do that. Let's see, what do we got here on the trail? They were completely empty. I stacked them on the trail. So I got 1, 2, 3, what do we got there? 4, 5, or a third one, 6. Yeah, so we got 6 empty buckets on this trail. So I'm going to pick these up, take them back, put them in the shed. Whoops, I came to get those 3. I said 3, 4, 5, 6. I missed these 2 around the bend, so we got 8 here. Anyways, these are the last 4 for a total of 8 empty ones from behind the trailer here. Okay, those are picked up. So let's head down the other trail here. Well, 3 completely empty buckets down the trail here. And then there was a lid with no bucket, with a tap. So I don't know what happened to that one. All in all, 11 buckets that were completely empty. So I pulled those. Well, it's about 7:30. We had supper, had some dessert, got everything set up. It's thundering outside now and it's really starting to rain. But I'm sitting in here relaxing by a nice fire. Nothing better than sitting by a hot fire listening to the rain pound on the roof. I'm so glad I got up here and got everything done. Now Kathy and Craig are on their way up. But as you can see, it snowed here. It's icy. It's icy. I hope they take it easy coming up here. We're gonna stay up till they get here. It's about 10:30 now. They should be up here around midnight, so we'll wait for them. I just want to check conditions, and you can hear my feet. It's icy out there, to say the least. So, just so they drive safe. What a way to end my Friday night. Sitting by a nice, hot, warm fire. Saturday morning, 7 o'clock. I'd say we got a little bit of snow overnight. Doesn't look like much anything's going to be happening today. And more supposed to be coming today too. Not a pretty sight out there, that's for sure. Alright, not quite what we were expecting for Saturday morning. I was aware of the sleet and rain, but we got a couple inches of snow overnight too, as you can see in the background here. The wind and the rain, the wood's all wet, so we decided to call it for the weekend. We're going to head home. They got a winter storm watch out here through Monday at noon. So I'm going to take that one bucket that's pretty full. We're going to dump it in some other buckets and just leave them, the ones that are less full, and we're going to call it. This was the only bucket You can see it's about 3/4 full. Just to make sure this one doesn't overflow by the next week, we're going to take this one, dump it in an emptier bucket, and then that's it. We're leaving everything else till next weekend. The wood is so wet and we can't get a fire going. We're not even going to try to boil down the 20 to 30 gallons possibly that we have here of sap. I'm thinking 20 gallons at best, and more likely somewhere between 15 to 20. So it's not even worth the effort, the time. You got a winter storm watch out until Monday at noon. We got a little break in the weather here for a couple of hours, so we're going to try to get out of here and head home. We're going to call it for a weekend. So we will see you next week at the boil. Well, lucky I had four-wheel drive. I had to pull Craig out. His four-wheel drive on the Suburban is shot. So that was a little bit of an adventure. Craig couldn't get out of his drive, so I had to tow him out with the chain. Thank God I got four-wheel drive now. His four-wheel drive is out. Freeway here, right lane is icy. The left lane here, the traveling lane, ain't bad at all. It gets better as we go, but it looks a little grayer as we're heading south to Madison. I'm hoping we beat this weather system home. Well, I spoke too soon. It's snowing. Well, the snow turned to rain as we're getting closer to Madison. Check it out. Well, I'm feeling a little better now. Temperature 36 degrees. More like just rain now. On our way to Milwaukee. A short 24-hour trip. It's 12:08. It's about time I left yesterday to go up by Craig. We're gonna go up, do the maple syrup, and do a little fine-tuning of the food plot with the chainsaw and some of the stumps that are left, but it didn't work out that way. They've got a winter storm warning going on up there. So we had a break in the weather and we thought we'd get out of there and head home. So on the last leg home right now. Hi, that's the end of this week's video episode. Hope you enjoyed it. If you like this episode, please click on the like button. Then go ahead and click the subscribe button also if you haven't become a subscriber yet. This way you won't miss any of the future videos that I put out. You'll be notified. Feel free to comment below, or you can also drop us an email at rapantoutdoors360@gmail.com. Looking forward to hearing from you guys, and as always, thanks for watching. See you next time.